final for now.
For now, this will be the final one. Hello, hello. Yeah, so the last two I have today are the last two that I had that I could get working. I had a third, funnily enough, so today's final two we've got, our friend who definitely has 100 masks, it says it right here.
66.
And, this one, which is attached to this mod we tried last week, so I don't know how successful this will be.
Bizarre.
Right.
Also, Ramiria, huh?
Yes.
Even though it's translated into English, they, gotcha.
Yes. The other mod I tried to get working today was another, Ramilia, but it just crashed on launch.
That one, okay, I know the one you're talking about. That one started crashing ages ago, has never been updated, and when you have it back even when it worked, it was extremely invasive when you did any other playthrough or mods as well.
Okay. Yeah, that one I couldn't get working, and then there was another, there's one other that I took a look at and hadn't done anything with. I think it was, I'll pull up my list. Workshop list, and most recent. Again, this is music just likes to do its thing, huh?
Moves into the amen drums, of course.
Okay, it was another Yukari, was the other one I hadn't tested.
That one does work last I checked, but it's also very much we're throwing things at the wall, and then it just kind of, you'll just win. Will.
I think that was the one I watched you play where you healed 27 at the start of every fight.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Let's get things started. Also, thank you for the sub, Oaknavy.
I'm actually going to correct myself from last time.
Uh-huh.
I believe this right here is actually the latest character I've seen a mod of.
Okay.
We go do a quick check real quick. Hopeless Masquerade was released back in 2013, so 8 years ago.
All right, so, masks gain popularity for various
based
actions.
off of her based off of her incarnation directly from Hopeless Masquerade, where popularity was a baseline major mechanic.
Okay. Gain 1 popularity for any unblocked damage dealt. Gain 1 additional popularity when you break all block. Lose a popularity when you take unblocked damage. Let's also take a look at what our starting deck looks like. 3 strikes, 3 defense. Also, are these all drawn? These...
Looks like it.
Yeah. Alright. Frenzied strike, become angry.
Mm-hmm.
So, anger, gain 1 strength, and you are angry. Become melancholic, gain 1 dex. I have to be able to lose a popularity to play this.
Yeah, but that's just, it seems really easy to gain popularity.
This is our survivor, right?
Yeah.
Become joyful. Devstis L, thank you very much for the sub. Popularity lost 2. Joyful. Draw 1 additional card. And then...
This one does something different depending on your emotion.
Yeah, alright. So anger...
I want to know what Accelerator does.
I cannot know this.
Well, We'll
Well,
find out, hopefully.
Loyalty, thank you very much for the sub as well. I appreciate it a lot. Let's move on. Let's see what we got. Nah.
This seems like this entirely necessary for the class to function.
We lose our starting relic. We can't even use cards in our starting deck.
On the other hand, losing 7 max health to go down to a standard 70 sounds extremely easy.
Yeah, well, we started at 77. Like, I don't, like... Ooh, late there, but that's fine.
Also, not on the same path as, like, the elites. You can do 3 elites if you go the left path, which I think is probably better.
Yeah, it's like... Shop or 2 events. And then from here, it's like... This line for 3 elites.
Yeah, I think that's probably your best bet for, like, maximum value.
And we'll have to make this decision here. Unsure. Like, obviously, having all that money early shop would be nice.
But it's not necessarily you gotta spend it all immediately.
Nah. Alright. Fairies.
Time to slay children once more.
Okay.
This currently gives you accelerator and block. So that's a way to figure out what it does, I think.
No, it popularity explosion.
I see. You need to get to popularity explosion to get that going, huh?
Alright, well, I can become angry.
Become mad. Oh, you got animation.
But, okay. We have... Okay, let's read about popularity. When at 12 at the beginning of your turn, gain popularity explosion. While having the mask relic. Yeah, okay, the rules of popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So what are...
You get to 12, and then when your turn starts, then you enter popularity explosion for, I'm assuming, all of the emotion-bound moves. That's their best version.
Yeah. I'm still in anger. No visible... No
Downside?
visible anger. Like, no visible +1 strength here.
Oh, actually, there is a visible effect on it. Your dress is red now.
Oh! So, like, let's go ahead and...
I believe melancholy should make it blue.
Okay, we'll lose a popularity to do that, but that's fine.
And if you become joyful, I think that makes it green.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, alright, we are
there it
blue.
is. You're blue now. Yeah, the dress actually did change color depending on which emotion she was in Hopeless Masquerade, so that makes sense.
Gains block.
I think you're in popularity explosion as long as you have over 12 when you start your turn. It doesn't go away, popularity by default, so...
Yeah. I am certain we will be in a fight long enough to see, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's extremely hard to read every version
Here
of
we go.
this move.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's better reading. So this is a better block that also shifts based off of our... So this is actually really interesting. Almost like... We've had a couple stance dancing classes before. You know, Watcher.
They usually only have 2 stances.
Yeah, this one has 3.
Technically 4.
So we have 4 for popular... Like, yeah, popularity explosion in my mind is the same as, like, divinity or, like, you know, our ultimate. But, because it looks like it does everything.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm willing to bet that you can sidle back into the other ones if you want a specific effect instead off of a different move.
Okay, what is...
Dealing attack damage, deal damage back to equal to the amount of stacks. Have stacks every time damage was dealt. Counters affected by influence, effects that influence damage.
So whenever they attack, they take 7, then 4?
Perhaps.
Alright, what's our other? Trapped.
Turn-based debuffs do not lose stacks at the end of turn. Okay, so that applies another layer of it. And trapped is damage based off of unique debuffs.
Okay. So that's like the glitter we see in Act 2, I believe.
One of the nice things about this one, genuinely, is actually that it seems to be an easy way to become joyful.
Right, which is the draw. Like, the other one has -2 popularity to pop into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick this up so I can know exactly how this mechanic works. Like,
that's fair.
This one, you know, I understand, but this one I still don't think I do.
All right, mercy or justice?
Oof.
All right, so losing Frenzy Strike, you do have another way to become angry now. You just grabbed one. You don't have one for becoming metallic again.
Right.
But you might actually prefer that. Do you want to cycle through all 3 stances?
Or do I just want to stay angry and be at plus strength? Yeah, this is 2 skills, 3 block. This is 2 attacks, 4 damage all. I'm gonna take this. Oh.
Oh, membership card.
Oh, auto buy.
Always. Whenever you see it, you get it.
Especially.
You want it?
It's yours. Especially, like, we have $300. This already pays for itself the moment we buy it. So.
Yep.
Anyway.
All your attacks pierce block. That sounds really good.
What the fuck?
That sounds really good. Oh, wow. That's a cool mechanic. Who cares?
Cool shit.
Yeah?
Like, this one's funny because, the idea in my mind of the ghost weapon that pierces block is, like, Jagged Ghost Blade or something, like one of those Dark Souls 1 weapons that...
Large Sword of Moonlight, please, or Blind.
Well, I'm thinking of the
They're
ones
the
that
ones
are...
that did it first.
Well, I'm thinking of the ones that are innately cursed, so you can use them against ghosts, even if you're not cursed. But yes, you're also correct. I like this. This is too good to pass.
This is a performance card. These don't get discarded. Interesting.
When playing a performance, it is shuffled into your draw pile. It loses performance and gains Encore.
All right, that doesn't tell us what Encore does.
I think you have to buy it based on that. Like, this is also a performance card.
Become angry.
This is the angry.
It's kind of a slow. Well, wait, no, it goes into your draw pile.
Yeah, it goes into the draw pile. So this is like a claw, but slower.
Or if you have fucking what do you call it? Top. This is infinite. Oh wait, no, that gets on.
It loses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll buy it anyway. If we have some joyful things to swap between, we'll have extra card draw. And if we have extra card draw, 0 cost cards are worthwhile.
What is that not fruit juice over there? Lose 10 max HP. This combat HP cannot go below 1. And, I see.
All right. We will find... Oh, I just have to read this. Whenever you change your motions... Oh, this is the swapper.
Yeah, stand swapping benefit card.
Yep.
Unfortunate that it doesn't go down to 1 cost.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get in some fights. We pierce block. How ridiculous. Okay, so this is like a bad, but it only has emotionless or a performance when I'm emotionless. So I want to lead with this.
All right, and then look into your draw pile to see what Encore does.
When you draw a card with Encore, loses Encore and gains performance. It is automatically played for free and it's Revenge.
Ah.
This is literal. This is
Okina's Revenge never ends.
Yeah, this is Okina's. Sorry. Encore cards can only be played 5 times per turn.
Okay, there is a sanity check on it. That's fine.
Sure.
I actually understand and respect that.
Eternal has that too.
Does it?
It's at 50.
Really?
You hit your free card limit.
Okay, so actually, that dude's revenge can end eventually.
Nocto's Revenge can totally end. Okay, that's rad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, free card limit reach. Yep. Well, let's become angry.
Angry. But yeah, they play themselves immediately, huh?
And
Do
draw.
they go into your? Yeah. All right.
So let's see. We're gonna draw. Probably draw. Nope.
Didn't draw either of them. You're guaranteed to draw both of them next turn. Okay, what does this do? Takes 8 damage when you deal. Okay, if you attack them, does that mean you take 8 damage?
What the hell?
Is that what it says? Like, fundamentally, like, we should try that, right?
Okay, so
Okay, it's when they deal damage. All right.
that is the wording on that is very confusing.
They also appear to actually
Nope.
they don't actually
Delay.
have to do damage.
Okay, it's delay.
It's Weird Thorns. Gotcha. Flow of the Masks. Oh yeah, Popularity Explosion there just does the effects of all 3 of them.
Yep. This is just a better version of the card we lost,
Sounds good to me.
right? Like
Better Survivor.
this is it just doesn't. I'm wondering if I want to pick this up though. I still don't know what Accelerator is.
Yeah.
I'll do this as my replacement. Again, a lot of these choices are I need to know how this works. All right, we want to lead this because we don't want to be in emotions first.
This character's face doesn't display her emotions at all, but she is actually like very highly emotional. It's very entertaining. Her dialogue's very good. Because her portrait, the face on the portrait never changes, though the mask that represents emotion does. But she can be saying the most wild shit while it's like that.
For any attack played this turn, gain 1 powered up. For any skill played this turn, gain 1 gray. Wait, isn't Graze the... Graze was the buffer.
That's fucked up on a different mechanic, though. On a different character. This might be a different character's take on the same thing.
All right, well. So what do we want to learn?
What Graze does, probably?
Yeah, so...
Well, you played a skill, but... Oh, wait, it's next turn. So, okay, you can actually get both, it looks like. You just have to play a strike as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this wants you to do both, I think. The popularity mechanics in Hopeless Masquerade were really weird.
Damn it.
It's one of the few fighting games where you can actually timer scam and have less health than your opponent and still win.
Okay, we have text on powered up and Graze there.
Okay, Graze reduces damage by 30%.
Well, Graze was increased block 30%.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
and power up was increased damage 30%.
Gotcha.
One of those is much more powerful than the other.
By 2 sap.
Sap? Again, another, like, performance. I'm really excited about revenge bullshit. That just sounds too much to not try. Again, two on that seems a little high.
Yeah.
This one's fine if you actually want to go on the trap zones. Alright. Let's start. Well.
It's time to just set up a lot of performances.
I can't set this one up.
Oh, you pierce block.
I pierced. Oh, God, this fight's over. This isn't even.
It's gonna take a while, though.
No, like.
Because she's going to make it so all your damage does 0, then swap into the next one.
And then I'll pierce.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Never mind, yeah. I guess you pierce temp HP, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be mechanically considered kind of block.
Weak to knife. Okay.
Okay, so encore cards actually do go into your discard, by the way. It looks like.
Neat thing. That counter is affected by my damage buffs.
Interesting.
So, like, I want to do this to get rid of the artifacting. It's not strength. So normally, you go to 0 damage on this turn. But this isn't strength.
Right, so it does 1 damage while you're mad, huh? Alright.
Yeah. Yes, this went into the discard.
Mm-hmm.
So I should just pierce here and immediately knock it out, right?
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
but it looks like the actual turn still goes off.
Yes.
That's a weird interaction.
Oh, that was great. This is incredible. Game on popularity. Countered. No, the bell is in my discard again. So when it loses Encore, it is played. And then it goes to your discard. It doesn't, like, keep flipping. Okay, I can now mass performance. Nice block you got there. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hold on a second. All right.
Okay, no, it did pierce block and did
Yeah,
damage to the block
it
at the
did
same
both.
time. So you can actually gain 2 popularity if you break block and
Hell
do
yeah.
damage. It looks like.
Hell yeah. We're incredibly popular. I'm not emotionless, but this will... Huh.
Ah, you're about to enter popularity explosion.
Okay. There we go.
What's the base effect of popularity explosion?
All emotions enabled, no popularity cost.
Okay, so you actually can't lose popularity at this point, except for getting hit.
And we're at, and yeah, we're just getting, every card is all cards now.
So what, wait, hold on a second. I just realized, what does she do if you've actually got her through all 3 of those phases, and then she gets to take another turn?
Should I pass here and just see? Let's...
Yeah, why not?
This fight is ours. Okay.
Okay, she cycles back.
She died to counter damage. Whoa. See rare.
There are 2 good options on here, and one that is okay, I guess. You could choose that one if you have good cards that want you to be melancholic.
Again, here's another... This is a card for, like, the full of, like, I kind of like this for that there are a bunch of cards for, like, the popularity explosion. Oh! Hey, this is block that keeps replaying. That's neat. We're gonna... That's a good upgrade. Alright, well... It looks like this just loses exhaust. Oh.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Oh, that's... That goes to 10. That's actually neat, because that's like 10, 5, 3. What do you... Oh, you can actually see what it upgrades into. 2 accelerator, 4 block, 5 damage, and then all. This one loses the cost. And this one's just bigger damage. I like this upgrade. What does this one get again? It's just lose ethereal?
Looks like it, yeah.
That's not enough for me to want that.
Given that it only costs 2, that's not that much, yeah.
Like, I'm going to be able to play that in the turn I, draw it. If that was a form, that'd be a better... Obviously, because, that's how forms work, because they're generally ethereal.
Yeah,
and...
losing the ethereal in exchange, but it stays at 3 costs. That's a side thing, yeah.
Okay, can I... Okay. Oh no, all my popularity. It's all gone. Okay, this card's gonna get worse as we add more emotion stuff to the deck.
$200% mad.
Okay. So then... We shouldn't be able to even play this then, because we're over angry. Yeah, no longer switch emotions. There's the bell. Okay. That's pretty neat. Like one of those.
Wait, who's your boss on this map, by the way? I just realized.
Oh, I didn't even...
Oh, congratulations. You played yourself.
Well... Oh, hey.
Always nice to have Pantograph.
Yeah,
Pantograph is like the thing that forgives all sins
Yeah.
for wanting to sit at bonfires.
Yup. Okay. Alright, so no freebie start, that's fine. Hit you, break your... That didn't break. Because it's a skill.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we've had that come up in the past. Skills won't break through.
Your attacks pierce
Attack.
block, but I guess that doesn't.
Yeah. None of that went the way I thought it was gonna go. Alright. We'll take some damage for it.
For popularity.
Ah! Alright, so... Get angry. Oh, it's just full block. Okay, I just need 2 attacks here. Not you. Ooh.
Ah, now the Pantograph is double good.
Yeah.
Better when you're angry, I think, is the idea here. That's 3 then 2 by like. Oh wait, that's
And
also an emotion bound.
It's got
attack, so
emotion
probably
bound on
does
the
a bit-
backup, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I think I'm gonna pick that because that should be a... Look, we need top. That's what I'm being told in this.
Ooh, upgrading cards for free.
Yeah.
Like for free, I mean for cash, but it's for free.
I'll take that. Sure. Strike, defend. And yeah, we saw it. There was a become emotionless card for shifting around. Alright. Final fight here, which is, of course...
Another victory for fairies, inevitably.
This is where Justice is gonna do a lot.
Fairies are all inherently criminals, and they cannot survive facing justice.
Alright, and let's go ahead and swap it in defense, and then when we'll draw it again, we'll swap into defense again, which is, I think, kind of neat. Okay. Again, this is off, but it's still 7-7, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's still better Iron Wave.
I can't attack twice here. This is a skill, not an attack.
Well, you can probably attack twice by playing your potion.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Okay. Now we're in angry, so I can knock you out so I don't take a billion damage. Not that I was.
You had 20 block.
I had 20 block. I just noticed how much block I had when I said that. It's fine. Anyway, here's all the encores.
Okay, so what does this do?
Alright, so let's do... Okay, it's an...
Okay, this does reasonable damage on anger, and then the other ones all have just different versions of it.
Trapped is obviously if you're doing that plan. The block, I guess, is like if you're going up on that. But then the big thing there is that if you have all things up, you get all of it.
You'd have to take. You win this turn because you can take out both of them, and then you'll be positive next turn.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, you don't win because it's not a victory.
Oh, I was just saying, we get to walk away. Actually, I might have had to do that in the other order. No, okay. I forgot if she saw it. I'm at popularity. So we don't, and again, you don't explosion until the start of your next turn. So, this gets really good with our strength up. And as fairies do.
If you consider a ropeway trolley to be a bus, there actually is a bus in Gensokyo. Just throwing that out there. The song is very outdated at this point.
Whoa. Hey.
Seems alright. Man, if I could just drink myself a popularity potion to gain popularity.
Gorlith streams, thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. Okay, this is neat because I think we're getting double encore off this, right?
Maybe?
Alright, let's check this out too.
Cheap Shot. Why has Cheap Shot got a gun?
No,
that's a gun with a bayonet on it.
Is that a bayonet? I think that's literally a knife.
Many bayonets aren't just knives.
Okay, fair, true, but that's also.
It's got the attachment point on the back of the guard. That's a bayonet. The card is cool, but it rarely actually works.
I'd rather keep the deck as is and get the upgrade. This doubles up.
Man, Melancholy there. That's the real payoff to
That's the
Melancholy.
real shit, yeah. Whoa. Oh,
it still does
damn.
the same follow-up.
Okay.
It doesn't give you upgraded follow-up.
Yeah. Screw up the dress rehearsal. Look, I love me some plated armor.
Yeah, but you don't really choose Melancholy as your thing. Hey, you actually get the right going.
I can even force Melancholy here by going... Alright, what's in my deck? Oh.
Yeah, alright, that seems pretty good, actually.
Oh.
You add the performance card to your deck. So
and the encore is in there, too. The card
So
is...
this right here is the thing that you go infinite with top by getting a million thorns of plated armor.
All right. Okay, we got our melancholy block. I need to go into anger first. If I'm going to do the knockout on that, because I need to do the... No, I guess I forgot justice. That's okay. Performance Encore is Revenge Destiny, very much, like, exactly.
Wait a second. The Encore card also puts a copy into your deck? It does. Holy shit.
Oh, boy.
That's going to just be all of your move. That's all you do.
All right, the follow-up. We might... Okay, another bell. It says this card, not claws, which makes me not care about multiple copies of it.
Multiple copies of it actually make it worse.
Look at all these zero costers. Hold on, what is this on? One more of those. All right, we can dig here now. Ah, this feels good. Just quick check.
You know, the dig always feels good, yeah.
Quick check if there's anything else in here that's like super... There doesn't look like there's anything that's like super necessary to...
Yeah.
This gets rid of the exhaust when played, that's all. Just fine.
That's nice, but it's not important, really. Akuro Sword, huh?
What?
In one turn, each attack you use will make all following attacks damage increase ×1.
Done. Ooh, we have different models. Fun. So what am I on right now? Non-attacks or dazes? Okay. So now do I have like damage up? Is that what that means? So this should do 6 damage. Okay. So the sword is all attacks are flexing. I'm glad it works, even though it's weirdly stated. Okay. All right, we're finally where I wanted to be. We are building up speed. We are building up speed in the wrong direction, but that's okay. We pierced the block, though. That's good. Alright, what's the next form? Again, we block Pierce, so that's okay. Okay, kind of want more follow-ups if we've got this sword. That'll be good. Anyway, our speed is incredible. Yup, I only know how to take one action. Ooh, we're an explosion! Oh shit! Yes! Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Perfect. Come on in. My deck will be all dress rehearsal. I cannot be defeated. Alright, so our popularity's back down at base levels. Whenever you play a skill, take 1 damage. 42, huh? No, thank you. I will pass. Alright, 27x2. Yeah, I took some damage because I couldn't stop myself from playing skills. Alright. Everything's going fine. 18x3. Pass. Perfect. Could not ask for a better victory. I don't... Okay, so that's forced popularity explosion. That's emotion control. None of these yell out to me something I'd want. Fleeting emotion, maybe. But once I play my power, fleeting emotion is completely off. And that's... Yeah, the problem here is that, like, I have my thing that turns off all my... Hello. I have my thing that turns off all my emotions, so none of these fit what I'm doing. So I think we skip. Anyway, you might be able to see in the background how much plated armor we ended that fight with. It was some. I don't...
All your power with level reduced by 1.
Okay. I don't want to spend my entire turn giving myself explosion next turn, though, is the problem. Like... This is either tiny house or crown.
Do you want to join the tiny nation?
I think so. I generally don't like to pick crown on these because that, like, limits all the new cards we get to see. It's powerful, but... Okay.
Four damage. So if you cycle through your popularity a lot, that card's actually quite powerful.
Yeah.
Because you only need to pay for one, and it's a reasonable attack.
What is your... Oh,
I mean, that becomes
that's
very
a
strong
good
on the
upgrades,
upgrade.
too.
Yeah.
Not something we're doing, but... Alright.
Duo. Technically, your mom's.
Looks like 2 is max we can hit. This is the main question on the board, right?
Keep in mind that the membership card doesn't work in there, I think.
Oh, maybe I want this instead. Just like, and then we.
Because it's the merchant's prices are half off, right? Or is it all on all products? Maybe it does work. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Experiment?
Yeah. And then we take our 2, and then like this looks like our route, which is pretty simple. We could take this side also, but they're similar. I get a shop here instead of an extra. Yeah, that's fine. If I remember right, we should have some fights that are super easy because we pierce.
Yeah, that's most relevant in Act 2 for sure in Gensokyo.
Yeah. Yeah, it has metallicized, but it's completely irrelevant. Wow, that's through week, huh? Okay, well, we'll take a little bit. I'd rather just finish this fight.
Well, Kokoro's revenge never ends.
Come.
Spider slasher. What? Rude.
Oh, it's a performance. Remove all stacks of trapped and make half as many attacks cost 1 less. So you just get to spam your hand out with this.
Seems like.
I'll grab more performances. Alright. Oh.
Fruit juice?
Fruit juice? That's a pretty...
It's actually not that important, but it's nice to have.
Probably what we want here.
Ooh, nice to have that upgrade to cost 0, because there's basically no other reasonable way for that to cost.
Right.
Innate would be ridiculous. Gain 2 strength if you're angry would be nuts.
Too much for 1, but I also want the horn cleat because I love these.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Okay. Okay, and this is, we had one like this that was block.
I guess you probably shouldn't go to the right then.
We don't have any money, so yeah. Anyway. We'll learn another day. I already have 14 block this turn.
So I guess when that your melancholic, that's an attack that gains block and nothing else, huh?
Yes. Which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one just does a lot of work. No reason not to get that down. Yeah, it's notable that it, like, still triggers justice if it's an attack or, like, you know, that sort of bit. Okay. Oh, that gets actually a lot better, huh? Alright, yeah, we're not gonna win 38 bucks. That's not worth grabbing. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, now we're talking. Alright, what sort of power are we seeking?
Teke deals 8 damage when you're in anger.
And
Yes, you also go through block. Kunekune is also pretty good because 2 lunacy actually does work.
yeah.
1 maybe not so much in Gensokyo, but 2 usually does.
Also, we don't have to use it on, like, turn 1, so...
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
I guess if you're angry, it's not strength, so you might do 2 damage on ethereal targets, intangible targets.
this comes in so fast. Oh, were they showing themselves to just be a little too powerful, Emu? Okay, we're taking a little bit overflow there, but that's okay.
Oh, wait. The sword goes through ethereal as well.
Yeah, the sword goes through that as well.
Huh.
Alright. Okay, this is a cool start. Okay, so then I want to... 1, 2... Okay. So here's the card we're never playing. Wonder if this goes in the deck if it gets exhausted by this. All right, nope. All right, we're building up thorns at speeds. Now we've got demon form up. All right, then. We have a lot of ways of building up just, like, overwhelming power in this deck.
Just kind of keep on doing better and better hits over the course of a turn, right?
Like this. Oh. Okay, I think we want a smith right now. Is that just better than digging? Like, digging is so good. Yeah.
Playing online.
Follow up, huh? Oh, shit. All right.
The popularity.
Ah! Here we go. Oh, I don't even need to play that. Okay. Now we got the weather. Cool. I don't need to play... I can play defense or offense. Either side of the equation works in this deck. Spiritual Stone. Okay, they've got a lot of... Ooh, fish.
Denounce faith, huh? XX attack and skill cards in drop pile gain 4 additional damage or 4 additional block and ethereal for this combat, huh?
Huh.
So it makes all of your future attacks and skills better in exchange for not playing anything that turn.
Right. This one's interesting. A different outlet for your popularity. Alright. Wide. Yeah, okay. This is an awkward fight.
There it is. There's your form, but also on the far right. There's your revenge never ends.
Yo! Okay, so we do have Mocto form.
Shinkado is the title of Hopeless Masquerade. The Japanese title is Toho Shinkado 13.5 Hopeless Masquerade.
Why are they 0.5?
Because those are the not mainline games, they're spin-offs.
Okay.
And the fighting games are all spin-offs, so they have Listen, motherfucker, there's a 0.3 and a 0.8 in the series, okay? Between 12 and 13, there was 12.3, 12.5, and 12.8, okay? It happens.
Gotcha.
There's a 14.3 and a 14.5. Point 8 is Great Fairy Wars, which is very hard, but it's also very short, so you only have to master like less than half as much well, about like half as much game as normal.
so thankfully the fan swipe was going to do this job for me. Now I'm angry. Yep, they all just shuffle right back in, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Ooh, this is fine. This is fine.
And max HP is not affecting your current HP. It's fine.
All right. Keep digging.
Best relic in the game if you already have Singing Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Both of these are
one of three.
Yeah.
One of three rare cards, huh?
So yeah, I get a card choice and they're rare, or I can lose some of the cash I just made losing my HP to gain my HP back.
I think that's the better one, honestly.
Yeah.
That was Byakuren, and she just had a different design in that art. You can tell because of the gradient hair.
All enemies, alright. Good.
Sorcerer's Sutra Scroll.
Try ranged battle.
The Sorcerer's Sutra Scroll is a magical program that she wrote that automatically casts spells for her the moment that she activates the, executes the EXE program on it.
What in the world?
It's just better at doing specific things depending on what stance you're in.
Yep. Yeah, please. I'll take more of those. The triple hits are pretty dang good. Alright, don't need to heal. Keep digging. Okay. Okay.
This fight basically happened.
I just need to get the fuck out of the way. It is, again, its attack is down, skill is up. Okay.
Oh, hold on a second. This fight randomly chooses between the two characters' themes, I guess, because this is the characters on themes on the left's theme.
Oh, because it was playing,
Yeah, Miko's last time.
Okay. Yep. Have fun. Have fun. Good.
With slight, just a little bit of changing, what the, the words are in the name of the with just a slight bit of changing about the words in the title of her theme, you could make it be Depressed House Galaxy Brain.
Okay, there's our choosing our path. And we can attack down to the ground. You block every other hit? No. You block
She blocks every other hit. The one in the back blocks every other debuff.
Okay, I'm doing that first. Yeah, let's get it so you can't block the incoming debuff. We're going to be gaining strength very quickly here. Shit. Don't move.
Looking like it. You're gonna get here regardless, but yeah.
And I also don't want to like hit you so that you still. Right, well,
You want her to take that 50 damage is the idea.
Yeah. Right, well, let's defend and we get one hit. Ooh, but is this directional? Like, does this have facing? I forget if this does or not. That's okay. That won't be a problem.
No. There's no facing in this one.
Okay. Now let's get our hits in. Let's get our strength in. We'll take some lumps. Galaxy Brain. Yep.
Her theme is normally Emotional Skyscraper, Cosmic Mind.
Ooh, okay. So I need to bop you so you're hittable. Yeah, skills are up. Okay, so I just don't play skills this round. Oh, you blocked every other hit of it. That's interesting.
So you actually would have been better off. No, it blocks two of it every time. Never mind.
No, it blocked 2 and missed 1 and 3. So let's get some damage over here now.
The longer you can spend with them both around, the better, actually, because Byakuya, especially Byakuya, once she's alone, does enormous damage.
41! Huh. Don't like that.
I mean, 41's not killing you, so who cares?
So I need to bring you to low enough that I can kill next turn. That's the thought process here. So let's go Again, attacks are... I have to check this every time I forget. Attacks are down.
It's gonna take her out, and then all you need is 17 more damage, and
Yeah.
then you... Well, not even. All you need is 10 more damage.
Yeah. Any attack should be enough to finish this.
Play this card as long as you have popularity. Okay, so basically, the higher your popularity is, this is basically a card that costs 2, but has an X cost of popularity, I think. And then every additional hit increases its damage by 1. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a lot of damage. But you also already have Teka Teki, which does the same thing, basically.
So this will go... burn all of my popularity and go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up through whatever I have. Wait. But don't I gain a popularity every time I deal damage?
I'm assuming that will all take into effect after you've done this.
Yeah. So, or maybe I'll only gain 1 popularity.
Maybe.
I'm really looking at this Angry Wolf mask in the sense that, like, we have this strength up and we have all the anger strength.
Hey, the bell will actually give you max HP.
Yeah. Sozu's also not bad in the sense that we already have 3 potions, but it also is kind of bad with the,
Yeah.
Ding. Sure.
Hey, for Lizard Tail.
Alright. Then we heal. Ooh. Ah.
You still have 2 keys to get.
Yeah. I'd take this. We have to take extra fires just so we can grab the keys. Which we get a lot of them. Okay. And this is just we have to give up this chest.
Yeah, no matter what it is. So it's Tungsten Rod in there.
Likely.
Or Never Ending Top.
What do I care about your block? Oh, draw, right. We have this, so might as well be using those. No reason not to be spending potions.
You can always go back for potions that are strong as potions, so. Gain 4 block, deal 5 damage. So that's on its face. Another iron wave, but it's one of its effects is better depending on which one your mode you're in. Gotcha.
Right. Next anger use, exhaust this card instead.
Huh. Weird. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't want too many emotion-bound stuff.
Would you like... Wait. Autoplay on the cards with performance? So they're autoplay on performance and encore.
Right, and all I have to do is take the ritual.
Yeah. That will kill you very fast against the heart.
Yes. This one's probably fine to take. Just like...
Just get rid of like one of your strikes and something else.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to choose the Curse of the Bell because you can play it.
Nope.
Alright, no, you can't.
Alright, worst cards in the deck. It's probably like literally one strike and...
What does the Crane and Tortoise do? It's just a basic effect depending on your motion, right?
I'd probably be fine cutting that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we'll be able to easily remove when we get up. And now we have, like, hyper, you know, damage for this.
And also, this all pierces block. And gets stronger as you do hits. Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Oh no, block.
Fire. The start of your turn, choose and gain an emotion. Neat. That's a lot of damage. Deal half that damage again. Gain block equal to half the down damage unblock damage. Huh.
I'm never huge on any of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Top is here.
Done. Alright, we gotta remove the unplayable pair. Huh. Sadly, I don't think I care about Kyria.
This turn, your next one emotion reliant card is played twice. Hello, Toriel from Undertale 2.
Yeah, there's another shop on the way. We're good. Howdy. Yeah, there are a lot of different Slay the Spire mods. We've been using the Gensokyo one for the different, like, setting stuff, but then there's a lot of different character ones as well. Oh boy. I'm about to eat shit.
You are, yes.
Oh boy.
Or you did gain 14 block because of the horn cleat.
Yeah.
So actually, you're okay. That's right. Yes, you're gonna take. That's only 5 damage. That's fine. That's nothing. You can take 0.
Yeah, like an even full block that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, counter does take into your account. Yeah, your damage here. So that means that this is actually gonna do quite a lot to her back.
Oh yeah, background wise as well. Yes, Rum Rusher. Yep. Okay, there we are.
That's just the so in the modern fighting games, there's 2 different versions of all the backgrounds. There's one that's higher definition with like parallax scrolling and stuff in them, and then there's the one that's just a flat background. If you want to just have the flat background instead, this is the flat background version of the Hakurai Shrine. There gets a hole punched out of it in the floor at one point in 14.5. And it leads to the outside world.
Okay. As expected, we took some lumps, but this fight is extremely over. Good. Oh, okay. This one is made a lot easier by our dual wield.
Yeah. This character right here is the one who punched the hole into in the barrier. She's allowed to do that. She's one of the people who made it.
That's fair. Time to get angry.
Damn, that feels bad.
Not great. But not 26. Don't have a choice there. Not even a point in playing the curse there. We're not going to be reshuffling.
I don't remember if it was Curse of the Bell or the Necronomicurse. But I did have an Ironclad run once where I had something that gave me strength every time I took damage, right?
Uh-huh.
And I did have Necronomicurse and the Blue Candle in that run. So that was, the Necronomicurse just became, play this and take as much damage as you want to gain as much strength as you want.
Yo, we're in popularity explosion?
Yeah, looks like you are. Alright, that'll do it.
And now we get to heal up. Bag prep.
Deal 3 damage 8 times, become emotionless 8 times. That actually reads deal 4 damage 8 times for what it's worth because of how anger works.
Yeah.
So,
and our strength is
5-point
huge.
trap. That right there is extremely powerful payoff for any of the plans, but
I'm only going to include it because we have ice cream.
That's fair.
Alright, we have to give this up. Goodbye.
It's just Lantern, that's okay. I mean, I actually do really like Lantern. Lantern's a really good relic, but...
Hey, bud. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm using a dex potion.
Nice. Strong move.
Okay, that gained 1 popularity back. This is like gain block equal to half the damage dealt.
Yeah, I wonder what that curse is. Could be anything.
This sucks. That was not lethal.
There's a lot of bonfires along this path. You can just sit at one once.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You're good. Because you have top, all zero cost cards are way better.
Yes. Alright, so now...
Get rid of the other unplayable card.
Sucks we made that unplayable and then we got the top, but you do what you can.
Oh, well. Next one association cards you played will play one additional random associate card, Velvet.
Okay, good.
That's from the Komeiji mod, but it doesn't mention it, I guess.
Yeah.
There's actually really nothing in here, huh?
Yeah.
Toolbox is fine.
Buy toolbox. I think that's it.
You'll have a nice shop before the boss.
In a different deck, this could have been really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, in the trapped deck for that would be really good.
Yeah.
You objectively you would rest here if you're going to rest, because there is a possibility of fighting, getting into a fight ahead of you.
Let's do it. We'll do one rest and then. Oh.
Okay, here we go. This is actually nice to see. Hey, does that work on the heart?
Does that work on the heart?
What if that works on the heart?
I have to buy it.
You have to buy it, yeah.
Nothing to read.
I want to say at this point there's no card in your deck that you don't want to play at some point when you get it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
the worst card I think in here right now is the Thorns, but the heart still exists, right? So
yeah. That the Thorns is situationally useful, but thankfully it's very good against the final boss. So
yeah.
there's chances that actually works.
All right.
A character featured in the newly available worldwide gacha game, Toho Lost Word, right here across the table. Appears in the second event of the main story. Because they couldn't help themselves, and of course put Scarlet Devil Mansion shit in there first.
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Increase, ethereal. Deal 0 damage, add a copy of this card into your draw pile. I don't know what increase means. Maybe it's increase the damage of this card by 1 and then deal 0 damage.
Right. Screw it.
It's really annoying that there is a mod that you have active that adds to the colorless card pool. That's kind of the thing that you don't fuck with.
I know. Okay, so I can turn angry.
The Googly Eyes mod isn't like a procedurally identifying circles on art mod. It all does just apply it to. Okay, that is what it does. Good to know. It's people manually updating the Googly Eyes mod for support with their mods, and having that happen.
That's a good start.
This character in the middle has Soul Bad Guy's riot stamp.
So I'm taking 30. Really? That
Yeah.
rules. Okay.
She actually has the ability to abort it though if you think it's not going to work, or also delay doing it for a little bit.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready for wide distilled chaos. You kidding me? Let's go! That's a lot of damage, actually.
Oh, we went into Joy right before that.
Oh, rough.
Damn. Because that was going to be huge damage, but we went into Joy.
And now you're emotionless because of how that card works, too.
It's okay. Because I can switch into Melancholic. I want to take this hit.
Yeah, you're already fully blocking it for what it's worth.
Alright, so let's go...
It's a shame that was only like 100 damage instead of the probably like 180 that it was going to be.
Okay. So we're going to take nothing. And then we want to block the next hit because we've got... Oh, right, we get our free plated armor. Alright, so I want...
Excited over one plated armor.
Yes?
Of course.
Oh, shit. I can't move.
Oh my, you're right. You have no skills.
I have no skills.
I guess you're taking a big nug.
Huh.
Congratulations on your nugs.
This is still an attack that gains block.
Yep. It is not a skill on block.
It's not a skill on block. Alright. I can force Melancholic?
You can gain a little bit of block.
Well, all the fan swipes will gain me block.
Yeah. It's still not going to be enough to block 54. It's
No.
going to be... you were going to get, like... You only get 2 advanced swipes on top of that, so... You're going to get, like, I want to say 12 off of those, and then another 6 off of Spider Slashes. You're only getting, like...
Let's just
you would
go.
only get a bit, yeah.
Alright, if I take the next hit, I die.
Yep. You can't take the next hit, period. Not even if, even if it's at base damage, you will die on the next hit.
Yeah.
So dress rehearsal actually isn't very good here because the thorns will never activate.
I might just
do,
want
you
to
die.
deal my damage here.
And it will be cost reduced afterwards.
Or
so.
Spider Slasher because this has Encore.
Okay.
And then don't spend my anything. Yeah, and then there's the 150 heal. I need to be on the ground, which is easy because attacks put me on the ground, right? Yeah.
Attacks put me on the ground. It'll be really easy to get down there. Wait, no, stop climbing.
Okay, we're super popular next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna bother with this. Well.
It would let you draw, but... Do you want to be joyful? Oh, that was actually very spicy.
That could have killed me right there, huh?
That almost killed the shit out of you.
We're fine. Just stay on the ground. I also lost my popularity there.
Oh, right, because of the... Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Meat on the bone. Alright, place your bets, everybody. Oop. Oh, we changed back to base color. We were angry, but then we saw the heart. We were no longer angry. Yeah, it is time to place your bets.
12-12. Dang, you going high. Ah, come on. You 860 861. Come on.
Somebody $1 bobs you on
you don't
this.
You don't price is right with honor. Come on.
Looks like
Your birthday. Or was yesterday.
It was your birthday. Alright. You ready? Your masks.
How dare you?
Holy shit!
You.
For those who cannot see the chat, Doc went 860 and got $1 popped.
I can't believe this.
Extremely
put on the extreme ways. Extreme mix.
Holy shit. Well, congrats.
Sumo Paimon, goddamn.
Wild antics. Incredible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's clearly a $1 bob, but also.
But it was also Exaxes. Yeah, I can respect that.
Right.
But that wasn't the intent of this. I was robbed. I was robbed.
All right. Okay. I don't think there's anything I really care about upgrading. I just like digging. What?
Oh, wow. Does that just read you do all triple damage because all of your attacks target all enemies?
What the fuck? Well then.
Ooh, bottle lightning. Ooh, what skill
What's
would
a
be really good?
skill that I would want on one? I was hoping for power so that I could like force choose your path.
Yeah.
Skill on one.
I guess there's really not that many. Most of you're mostly powers and attacks. You only have a handful of skills.
Perhaps then I just want the...
Also, Teke Teke is extremely sicko mode now, given that it's going to be doing like 21 times 3.
Also wouldn't be bad buying like energy potion.
Yeah, good. You might want to buy a second potion here too, because if you get only a regular size potion off of the next fight, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you could just toss that speed potion directly into the dumpster.
Right.
The most anyone has ever been owned by a $1 bob.
I know. Just incredible. Alright, so like how much damage is the Angry Wolf Mask gonna do?
A lot, it looks like. More than a little. That doesn't only do 14, right? Because I think it doesn't count that.
It doesn't count that, so getting that kill is worth more. No, clips are auto through. Oh my god. The very slow thump, thump. Wide flex potion. Alright. Take one more fan swipe for the road. Yes!
It does work?
It's
Jesus
busted!
Christ. Okay, you're invincible. Do whatever you want.
I don't care anymore!
I can't possibly lose.
I'm extremely invincible for the rest of this fight.
Oh no, if you play this follow-up, you will lose one of your plated armor. Or, no you don't, because it's on actual attacks, right? Okay. Sorry. As always, it's hard to really just make sure to differentiate between getting attacked and life loss.
Yup.
Something even to this day people have issue with in Magic the Gathering.
Yup.
Can you imagine a wide rules change where all life loss counted as damage?
God.
That would be.
Oh god.
That would cause so many problems.
Oh god. So I don't have any thorns here, sadly. I could strength potion this, but
you've actually got a better attack to strength potion up. It's the the humors one.
yeah.
You're only gonna get hit once here, I think. Because yeah, you're gonna get 12.
I think I just ice cream the energy here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna gain a bunch of plated. Oh. Fuck.
Such a stupid way for that to work. Oh yeah, I guess there's actually no reason for you to keep the energy potion when you have ice cream.
True. So we block half this. We gain and lose a plated armor. No, we just lose it, okay.
You have to fully block, I think, for it to count.
Okay, and then this gets us some block to use.
Hold on a second. Card that does that deals damage through block. Does it also do damage through
Invincible. So, sadly, we won't be able to know here. I didn't have enough damage to break through.
Because, I mean, if it was able to punch through temp HP, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably can't, because it wasn't able to do damage through Miko's, damage shaver.
.44 block.
Go ahead and gain another 8 or so.
Also,
more than 8. Gain another 10. Ah, damn. That's actually kind of rough. Humorous Possession there is the card you would use. Oh, actually, that's pretty good too.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah. I guess it's pretty good. I guess it's fine.
Right, because it was all targeting.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, this that was a relic. It's got a well, of course
art.
I guess if everything else had art for it made, why not?
The later mods have these much more often than older ones do, because a lot of the older mods are made before that this art existed at all.
Mm-hmm.
I love Eternal Steam Engine.
All right then. 861.